Hello everyone, and welcome back. It's me, Makeup by the Numbers, and here I am using the Oden's Eye Seatalk palette. Now, I know this is an older palette already, but it is still one of my favorite launches from this year. It's only a couple months old, and when I got it, I was so excited. I filmed several tutorials using just these palettes, and I actually ended up getting super behind. So I wanted to share with you the all blue look I created, which is something I think people expected out of this palette, and then it came out and people were like, oh, you can do so much more with it. So I'm going to show you how to get like this really stunning shimmery, almost duochromatic look. So I started in the corner with Night Swim, which is that deep navy blue, and I was packing it on with my finger, and that was just to get the color down. And I used a fluffy brush to blend it out. And then in my crease, I took a narrow brush. And I know it looks like a hot mess right now, but I'm just making sure that I have about the same amount of product on my lids. I'm going to take that fluffy brush and I'm going to go right over and just blend it out. Now you can see I'm gripping the brush pretty close to the head of it, and that's so I get a little bit more pressure and I have a firmer grasp to really make up for the fact that I put it on so sloppily. If I had done a softer job and done a lot more layers, I could have used a very soft hand and very gentle blending. But you know me, I'm kind of impatient. This total makeup look was 5.5 minutes, so I'm usually in a rush. That's just how I do things, but you can see a good soft blending brush and I can get it pretty nicely blended in the crease, and if I can do it with my heavy hoods, you can too. Now I just want to go back and I want to touch up and get some of that pigmentation black from where I was blending. So I'm just using that packing brush and slash smudging brush. It's a really great dual use brush to put in some more of that Night Swim. And then of course, I think one of the best ways to tie in your bottom line, you don't have to if you don't want, but I love taking that same outer corner shade and just bringing that in. For a more dramatic look like I'm doing, just go ahead and bring it all under the eye. But stop it at 1/4 or 1/3 if you want something just a little bit sculpting without being very heavy and dramatic. And then I flipped my brush from the narrow side to apply the shadow to the wider side to actually blend it out a little bit. For the extra depth, I'm going in with a black kohl liner, and the one I'm using is actually Lancome, but honestly, I kind of liked the L'Oreal better. I think that is a great drugstore opportunity if you guys have that on hand. But you know, any kohl liner will do. And I'm using my finger again because I'm impatient. But again, you can totally blend this out with a brush if you have long hands or long nails or long fingers. If you just don't want that near your eye, it's totally okay. In the inner corner, I'm using Sea Spray, which is that kind of, it looks like a light blue in the pan, but it ends up almost translucent. It's a gorgeous color and a perfect topper. And I'm just putting it over my lid because I was trying to play with it, and this is probably a step you could skip because I wasn't happy with it. And as you can see, I just switched it up to Ocean Jewel, which is a much darker blue with a purple, almost duochromatic effect, and this is really going to give the depth and dimension to the eye. Again, if you have hooded eyes like me, keep your shades light or keep them at least shimmery, because this is such a dark shade, it would look very heavy and very smoky very quickly. So this shimmer though, absolutely amazing. I highly recommend it. And here I am just checking out to see if I have good coverage, and I do that by turning my head and letting the light play off of it. And then I'm going to go back and start touching up the areas that I feel like I just need a little bit more. And I hadn't really played with the Electric Help shade, and I wasn't really satisfied with the subtle inner corner highlight I had did. So again, you could totally skip it and omit that step and just go straight in with Electric Help, which is that like lime green, almost yellow shade. And I kept it very neat in the inner corner because I did not want this look to be about that inner corner highlight. I really wanted it to be blue with just a little bit extra. And I'm also still using that small packing brush. It's one of my favorite brushes because it's narrow enough that I can do that inner corner highlight without getting shadow on my nose. If you have a high bridge like I do, you want to use a smaller brush to really help you get in there and define that sort of V shape in your inner corner. You don't want to just smudge on a big round blob of that hot green, because that would be kind of wrong for my eye shape. But anyway, I'm going to fast forward because I am super happy with the way this look turned out. The Oden's Eye formula did not disappoint. I ended up doing this look with only 3 shadows: Electric Help, Ocean Jewel, and Night Swim. But like I said, it only took 5.5 minutes, so it was simple, super easy. And I don't think it ended up being over the top, despite being that it's this really beautiful, intense gold color and a shimmer. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to zoom in just to give you that one more beautiful shot of this eye makeup. And just remember, beauty is on the inside. You guys have a wonderful, beautiful day.